TVC Breakfast. The clean note policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria is geared towards the efficient circulation of premium quality banknotes and the withdrawal of unfit banknotes.
This initiative is focused on maintaining quality standards for cash handlers and banknotes production and recirculation. The policy document states that banks should ensure notes in circulation are clean and of good quality. A campaign against the abuse of Naira notes has also been introduced, and the Apex Bank says it will be intensified, and those found culpable will be liable to a fine or prosecuted.
Joining me now is Chief Executive Officer, Finance with Mukhtar Mohammed. Mukhtar, good morning.
Good morning.
It's really nice to see you.
Also here too.
Great. Now, talk to us basically, how important is a clean note? Let me start from that preliminary level. How important is a clean note to any economy?
It's more or less like you ask somebody how important is your hygiene. Taking your bath, going out in the morning, how presentable are you when you look good? A clean note is as good as, I mean, you know, it's more or less like the value. People will look at you based on the way you look. They place value on you the way you look. Sometimes the value of the Naira, yes, it's not because maybe you twist the Naira, no, you trade, it still remains 10 Naira, exactly. It still remains 20 Naira. But then there's an added value whereby you bring it neatly. It shows a culture.
But we remember the days of Professor Charles Soludo when he was CBN governor. There was a campaign about how to handle the Naira and all of that. What is different between this and that one?
It's the same thing, but maybe they just want to reject it and make it a little bit better than what we had before. Maybe take it further down, take it to the rural area, take it to the market.
But why make it a campaign if it's originally the role and daily responsibility of the Central Bank of Nigeria? Why make it a media campaign?
You know, everything in Nigeria has to come with the media hype. That's what I think about it, because it's like you said, it's something, we don't need to go in campaign. All we need to do is to go to the commercial bank, and by the time you see this commercial bank start giving you new notes from your ATM and others, the campaign is on. So you don't need to come up and begin to tell us that you want to say campaign. A lot of fund will be done voted for campaign throughout these days. And for me, I always think that we always do things. We're Nigerians that we see a snake, we have to kill that snake. We set up a committee to look into the snake killing, and then we come up with how this snake will be killed. And before you get there, the snake has gone. So it's the same thing we are doing here.
Okay, now the point there is Central Bank, it's a good policy on the whole, because the point there is if you have clean Naira notes, why not? But there was a campaign, in fact, it's against the law for those who hawk the Naira notes at weddings and all of that. We keep seeing them. They are the only ones who have access to clean notes in Nigeria, apart from those who walk close to the votes.
No, just go to Maryland on Saturday morning. You see them right there. Hawking, nobody's arresting them.
And we expect
you get into a party, before you get into it, they tell you this is amount for a clean note, and you go to the bank, you can't get a 100 Naira bill of a clean note, but you go to these parties, you see these notes. So
a lot has to be done about enlightenment and enlightening Nigerians about how to handle these notes in the first place.
Well, a lot has to do about enlightening Nigeria about how to handle the notes, and I don't think most people that need to be enlightened, especially I think it's the market women, they need to be enlightened how to handle
the way they
notes,
squeeze.
Because the way they squeeze the note, and also you also have to look at even the public servants also, in case you want to give something, somebody want to give somebody something, instead of him just making it look neat, put it in an envelope, give it to the person, he squeezed it into the person's hand. So a lot of...
All right, we have to leave you here now. Thank you very much, Mukhtar Mohammed, for coming on the program.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Right. Live behind the cameras are so interesting. If we have to put that together, it's a full program of its own, I must say. All right, the clean note policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria is geared towards the efficient circulation of premium quality banknotes and withdrawal of unfit banknotes.
Now, this initiative is focused on maintaining quality standards for cash handlers and banknote production and recirculation. The policy document states that banks should ensure notes in circulation are clean and of good quality. A campaign against the abuse of Naira notes has also been introduced, and the Apex Bank says it will be intensified, and those found culpable will be liable to a fine or prosecuted. Joining me now is Chief Executive Officer, Finance with Mukhtar Mukhtar Mohammed, thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast this morning.
Very good to be here.
Now, the abuse of the Naira comes in various forms. You see some persons write their numbers on the Naira notes, and the way it is handled by some persons, not just market women, you know, the handling of those notes, sometimes you wonder how effective this new note policy will be.
Sometimes you look at those notes that they write the numbers on, you realize they are not the new notes. So maybe by the time the notes are new, I don't think anybody will want to write the numbers on the note.
Well, some persons go that far.
It's okay, some people go that far. So, but I think by and large, it has to do with the banks. I still say it boils down to the banks, the type of note you get to the bank. Sometimes you have these bad Naira notes and you take it to the bank. Some of the bank will not even accept it. Will even reject it. So I think the CBN should make a policy just like what they do during that. They need to find some banks that have bad notes or some banks that are not going to return those bad notes for them to recirculate and make it new. I think those policies should come in place. Because
we have a lot of those bad notes in circulation, because at some point, for you to find 100 Naira notes, a clean 100 Naira notes was a challenge. So mopping it up is another aspect.
No, it's even a challenge getting a new 100 Naira note, because sometimes you find this note in the hands of the hawkers than even in the hand. If you as a customer go to the bank and you need a 100 Naira new note, the easily note they can give to you for a new note is either 1,000 Naira or 500. The 200 and the 100 seems to be very scarce.
Yes.
But when you go to parties, you go to functions, you see them,
find them
everywhere. So I think the banks are culpable in this stage. It's not the same.
So there has to be a sanction for them as well.
They should come up with a sanction for the banks, and I think sometimes when CBN begin to sanction banks, it seems to move faster because of you just take the ATM issue that they said if it's not resolved within 24 hours, the banks will be fined. All of a sudden, within 24 hours, things are being resolved. So the banks themselves don't want to pay fine. So maybe the CBN should take it on that level
a
step further.
And now, now it comes to the issue of confidence. Do you think that this will, put confidence in the minds of Nigerians when it comes to the Naira, despite the fact that the value has not changed, but we have clean notes?
You just said it. I think most Nigerians are more interested in the value of the Naira going up than whether it's clean. But by and large, all comes together. I think we should have clean notes. Like I said, cleanliness is next. We just want our environment to be clean, even when you dressed well, when you look good, when you look clean.
But Nigerians are more concerned about the value they get from what they have.
You see, sometimes, again, value is relative. Because sometimes the way your appearance also gives you value. Because why is it when you go to parties, people will come with 50 Naira note or 100 Naira note or 200 Naira note, and because of it's clean, it's neat, the praise singer seems to sing their name well. So the value is there, but sometimes the presentation of what you can present something that is valuable. And the way you present it makes it not valuable unless somebody that knows the worth of it. So sometimes, again, the neatness of the Naira will also be intense values, not relatively to add up to what you want to buy, but you as a person. It makes them feel something better about you.
Now, how do we imbibe this culture? Because it seems that most Nigerians do not have the culture of maintaining these notes.
I think we have to start from the grassroots, especially from the rural area. The mama that is selling something on the street, on the road, in the village, when you are coming, you see them, they have something, they just fold the money and just throw it there. Even to our own children also at home, they have pigeonholes these days. Yeah. Parents should begin to teach them also on how not just squeezing it into the pigeonholes, but making it look neat into the pigeonholes. And so those parts, it has to come from the grassroots. We have to begin to teach people how to handle the currency, especially the market women. So by the time they know how to handle this currency, and again, if you go to the bank and people are now aware that they got good currency from the bank, also that will also enhance the way they will handle the Naira, because nobody handle anything new anyhow.
All right, Mukhtar Mohammed, thank you for your time on TVC Breakfast.
Always a pleasure being here.